Hi there, it's Cherise from Cherise Crafty Girls. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to make this lovely little gift bag from the Gift Bag Punch board. I love this board, it's one of my favourites, and as you can tell by now if you've watched any of my other videos, this is my absolute favourite framelit set, and I've made a little gift card to go with it, and it's very quick and very simple to make. And all you're going to need is a piece of A4 card sheet, I've cut it down to 11 inches just to make it a little bit easier for the tab. So it's 11 inches. The height is entirely up to you. This one I've made at 5.5 inches, and the base is 1 3/8 of an inch. So whatever height pouch you want is entirely up to you. As I say, this is a 5.5. You're going to need a little piece of coloured cardstock for the insert of the bag, and the piece that I cut off here I cut down to 6 inches, scored at 3, and that's what's going to make a little gift card. So there, the cardstock that you're going to need. I'm also going to use the stitched framelit set. I just cut a square out here, but I'm actually going to use the square stitched framelit, which I think will look pretty. And of course your Special Reasons stamp set with the matching framelit inside. And I'm going to first start with a stamp, and I'm going to take that one and that one, and we'll come back to the cutting out in a moment. So first we need to score our bag so we can first we're going to stamp, aren't we? So, taking a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to use, where have I put my D block? There it is. And it is a C block. That's one that I tend to go to quite a lot. And again, you're going to use several stamps. Now the choice of colour is entirely up to you. I'm going to need my Stampin' Scrub, sprayed with some Stampin' Mist, so I'll pop that to the side here. I'm going to use, Mint Macaron, So Saffron, Wisteria Wonder and Pink Pirouette, but the colour combination is entirely up to you. And I'm just going to start from one end and work my way across. So using the Pink Pirouette, I'm just going to randomly stamp onto my paper. I think that'll do for that one. Clean my stamp, and I'm also going to do my card at the same time. So we'll just put a stamp there, clean. That's the pink one you've done. Wisteria Wonder. I'm going to stamp off with the Wisteria Wonder because it's such a dark colour. So just stamp off and just pop them wherever you fancy the colour going. Oops, that one didn't print very well. So just take your time, and that's that one. And now we're going to use So Saffron. I'm not really a yellow person, but I do actually quite like this yellow, and that's the stamping on the card more or less finished. So now we're just going to fill in our gaps with our So Saffron and just pop them wherever you feel it needs to go. And I think we'll just do one more there and clean that stamp and pop that away. And now we're going to come in and we're going to do our leaf. this one I'm going to stamp and then stamp, stamp and stamp. And I think that gives a nice dimension to the green. So you've got two different greens going on, and you just do that all over till you feel you've done enough. And we're just going to do a couple there. And that's the card stamped and our board, our box stamped. So popping those out of the way and putting all your tools away. We're first going to do the scoring with our gift bag punch board, which I absolutely love. And popping it right to the top here and along the start line. Oh no, you need to push it just over to your triangle, and I'm just going to score. You can do this as you go along if you like. I prefer just to do it and get it out of the way. And then bring to your gusset and score, sliding it along and punch. And I'm doing medium size. Slide the score line to your pointer and punch. Put in your gusset, slide along and punch. Score to your M, sliding along and punch. There we go. And then I come in, and the reason I do this way is because I find when I do it that way, it never seems to cut very well. I don't know if the blade's not working properly on that side or what, but it doesn't cut for me very well, so that is the way I do it. So remove that out of the way, and we're going to do our folding and our burnishing of the score lines. And we're just going to trim the corners just a fraction like that. Now this is going to be the front of our box. It's the one inside the two gussets, and I'm going to use the biggest framelit, and I'm going to pop it in the centre there and put it through my big shot like so. Sorry, it's not the light's not very good, is it, at all? So we'll pop it into our big shot. So put your sandwich that's suitable for your machine and pop that through. And while we've got the big shot here, we're also going to do the card. So take that one out, clean your plate, and bring in the smaller of the two framelits in. Pop them in the centre of your card and pop that through your big shot too. And that's all the die cutting done as well. So just pop this out of the way. You can tell it's a very overcast day here, the lighting's not brilliant. And using your brush, just remove all the pieces from your framelit and do the same. And there. Pop those away as well, so you know that everything is away, nothing will go missing. Oh, that's a fib, we've got one more, haven't we? And I'm going to use the third size stitched framelit square. As I say, last time I just cut a piece of a square out, but I think this will give it a much nicer finish because it's got that stitched effect on it. So just pop that through your big shot. Oh, I couldn't drop the camera too much. Now you can leave the square plane like that if you wish, or excuse me, or we could use, let's see what colour. I think we'll actually use green on green, and the little tiny flower, and we will stamp that in the centre. I'm going to want my paper back because I'm going to stamp in the centre of our square, and I'm also going to do the corner of the card just very faintly. So making sure you clean your stamp and pop it away. Pop your ink away so you don't get ink all over you, and then we can stick that. Well, that looks much nicer, doesn't it, than the plain square. I think that looks much more professional. So with whichever adhesive that you use, whether it's the tear and tape, as I'm using here, fast fuse, or you can use Tombow, it's entirely up to you. But I'm going to pop that in the centre of the card. That looks much nicer. And there you have a nice little detailed colour inside. I think that's really pretty. Right, going back to our bag. Just slightly crease. You don't have to really burnish your little gusset side, but you want it going inwards. So, because that's the way the bag's side's going to fold. And using the adhesive of your choice, go down the tab and fold your bag up, making sure it's all nice and neatly aligned. And this is the front of your bag, so you are going to put adhesive on that tab. Okay, so just along the edge of that tab, fold the sides in, fold the back in, and making sure that your bag is square, and using your bone folder, just make sure it's nice and adhered. And there we are, there's your bag. This one I have punched, and making sure your sides are nice and square, I did one at the edge. And you may not get all the way through, and then I did one a little bit further in. Same on the other side, one quite close to the edge. Oh, no, that one's not going to go, so we're going to have to do that in 2 halves. So punch it through, your first 2, closing your bag, aligning your punch on that hole and finish punching through, and a little bit further in, and then open the bag and just put one in the centre of the front, like that. Do not do the back, I'll show you why. I did the hole at the back and it really wasn't necessary. So taking some ribbon, I'll use what's left of my Cindy in Love ribbon combo, and I'm just going to feed through the front one and then just thread all the holes. Whoops! As you go round, in and out like a stitch. Closing that one and popping it through. Through the back ones. Through your next one. There. And you're just going to do it right the way across until you come back to the front. Oops. Do it through the two, it makes it a little bit quicker. And out the front. You can put a window sheet over there if you really want to. I didn't bother because I suppose it depends what you put inside it. But I just thought it was really nice that people can see. Sorry, I don't like it twisted, it drives me insane. You don't have to be quite so particular if you don't want to. And then through that one, and then you're going to come back up through the same one that you started out with. It's a little bit tight, but it will go. There we go. And then just pull the ribbon tight, like so. Cut your length. Oh, I've still got a little bit left. Thought it was going to be out this time. And try and tie a pretty little bow. I think it would have been better if I'd used a yellow or a pink. The white doesn't really stand out too well, but it's okay. And there's your pretty little bow. Let's make that just a little bit big. Oops. Now, and we'll just trim the ribbon out of the way, and there, a pretty little bag with its matching gift card, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Well, I hope you've liked this tutorial. If you have, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to buy any of the products used in this project, there's a link to my shop below, or there's one on my blog, CherisseCraftyGirlsblog.wordpress.com. Until next time, take care. Bye.